got 8 points. He'll go to the line now to try to convert the 3-point play.
Beautiful feed here. Telfair, they go under the screen. Not a great shooter, but oof, that is a dime and a half. 15 cents.
And a pick and roll. Now that's a fundamental NBA play that you see a lot.
Jefferson signed with Arkansas, and they need him. They had the worst record in the SEC last year, 4-12 in the league.
And Stan Heath in his second year did struggle, but guys like Ronnie Brewer Jr. are there. They do have some talent. Jonathan Monica also will be back next year. If this guy attends Arkansas, I think there is light at the end of the tunnel.
With that body explosiveness, you might think about Amari Stoudemire.
Gibson misses the 3. Williams with the rebound. Here's Howard. Doesn't get the roll. And it'll stay East basketball. So the East has been dominant, leading by 14 points. A great start for J.R. Smith, who's signed with North Carolina. And the alley-oop from Smith to Dwight Howard. Back at the McDonald's High School All-America game in Oklahoma City, Robert Swift with kind of the 14 points for the West. Swift signed with USC.
And in the first All-Star game in Chicago last week, he had 17, 12, and 5 blocks. And NBA scouts, when they're looking at players, there's 2 things primarily they want: feet and hands, and he's very good in both areas.
Well, he goes to USC, and Henry Bibby has himself a find, but the most difficult thing about playing for the Trojans, finding out your teammates' names. He has Derek and Eric Cravens, one set of twins, and Lodrick and Roderick Stewart, another set of twins. I'd just like to handle that your first day on campus.
Tough, very difficult.
USC also losing its leading scorer, Desmond Farmer.
USC had a disappointing season, but you continue to get big guys like that. We look throughout college basketball, and the landscape of college basketball, so few dominant big fellas that when you have one, if you can get him to stay in school, you're going to be successful.
Jefferson, who signed with Arkansas, and Howard with the follow.
Real tough decision for NBA executives with the 1 or 2 pick. I'm not sure if I take Howard #1. I know he's younger, but I look at Emeka Okafor and think that he's a young Akeem Olajuwon because of his feet and his great tenacity and long arms. I think if I've got the #1 pick, I take Okafor.
In all truth, and you can clear me up if I'm correct, but Akeem Olajuwon wasn't nearly the offensive threat in college that Emeka Okafor is currently.
No, and that's the reason I think that Okafor will do nothing but improve. I see him as a 20 and 12 guy throughout his career.
How big is he?
6'10".
Legit?
I think just like Akeem. Akeem was listed at 7 foot. He was only 6'10". And mass substitutions going on here.
Daniel Gibson nails the 3. Gibson from Jesse Jones High School in Houston. Excellent friends with TJ Ford. And they get a chance to play at the same level.
Yeah, and the antithesis of TJ Ford as a point guard going to the University of Texas. He is a scoring guard who has to learn how to run a team a little bit better, whereas TJ Ford did everything at running a team, but not nearly the shooter that Daniel Gibson did.
Got a foul before the attempt to throw it off the backboard and get it done. Thursday night, a week of madness presented by Harley-Davidson continues with the NIT title game featuring Rutgers and Michigan at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
And how good is Michigan playing, guys?
Pretty good considering it's the NIT. It should be the NC2A tournament with that kind of talent.